Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Beauty Bound Season 5. I'm so excited to open up a new chapter of Beauty Bound. But I'm here with a special guest because I cannot sit here and just talk to myself for an hour, 30 minutes, or however long. It's not an hour, guys. But, I'm just saying I can't do that. So I have Matt with Peachtree Rose Marketing, my editor-in-chief, or my marketing director, or my editor, or whatever you want to, call him, because he wears many hats.
I've been called worse. I'll take it. Matt Nelson with Peachtree Rose Marketing, here with Crystal Rubio from Beauty Pro Bookkeeping.
I did not say my name.
Crystal Rubio from Beauty Pro Bookkeeping. That was a hell of an intro, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just without that.
I forgot my name. Yeah, that's awesome.
So we're here in Season 5.
Season 5.
Year 2.
Year 2, Episode 100.
Is this episode 100?
This is episode 100.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Just kidding. Is it? 90.
Is it?
No, it's 90.
I believe you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Beauty Bound.
Beauty Brown.
Beauty Brown.
Yeah. No, it's 90. I don't know why I thought 100.
I got so
excited. Because 89.
For
Me too. And then I realized.
Doesn't matter at all.
No, it's episode 90. Season 5, episode 90.
Welcome back to Season 5 of Beauty Bound.
Yes.
Or for the first time to Season 5.
For the first time.
Yeah.
To Season 5. Oh, and that's what I said. Welcome back. See, there's a lot of
ADHD.
Yeah.
In the room.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So for those of you who are not familiar with Beauty Bound is a podcast.
It is.
With Crystal Rubio, former hairdresser, now bookkeeper, niched in the beauty industry.
Yes. Going for my CPA.
Yeah.
Becoming really hard.
And on this podcast, you've had a lot of phenomenal guests from different facets of the beauty industry.
Yes.
Some of them are your clients in the bookkeeping realm, and some of them are learning about needing a bookkeeper.
Yes.
And you've had a lot of value add in terms of best practices for beauty professionals.
Yes.
I think it's kind of the target audience too.
Yeah, I think there isn't, and I've always said it, I feel like there isn't enough information that goes out to the beauty industry, and not just like as far as finances go, but just in general, like the different laws or regulations or different, I can't even think of different bills that get passed, because now every state is obviously different. I know the stuff that I know the most of is obviously Texas and California, because I was licensed. Well, I'm still licensed in California. So it's one of those things that I feel people need to hear about, the things that happen. People need to hear about, even like the injectors, man. All that stuff is kind of insane sometimes when you hear the things that are happening and current events.
Yeah. I mean, I think earlier on in year 1 for y'all is when they had huge news where there were lawsuits and deaths related to injection or
the IV therapy.
IV therapy. So all facets of the beauty industry, I feel like you've covered pretty well. And I think you're still looking for certain guests who are niched into other facets of the beauty industry.
Nail techs.
Still waiting on you.
Barbers.
Yeah. But I think it's been cool because y'all have explored the current events around the policy changes and how people in the beauty industry can best educate themselves, network, and just grow in a more sophisticated manner, I feel like. I think in terms of the clients that we've dealt with in the marketing realm, there's some who are more corporate or in certain other industries where there's a perception of professionalism or something like that. Whereas in the beauty industry, you have the same professionalism.
Yeah.
It just wears,
different
makeup.
Colorful.
Yeah.
Fun.
But I think also you've been able to underscore that people in the beauty industry are a great case example that people have subject matter expertise, but that doesn't mean that people have subject matter expertise and what they're experts at.
Yeah.
But where people typically fail in entrepreneurship and business ownership is when they try to be an expert at everything from day one.
And that's one of the cool things that I like, and that I want people to see, especially students coming out of beauty school, that you don't need to do everything. You know, as a cosmetologist, you're taught hair, nails, and skin. And a lot of the times, then I was one of those people who out of beauty school, you want to do all those things because you enjoy them. I did nails and I did hair like constantly. And then while they were getting shampooed, I would do brows, you know, and it was the brow waxing or the underarm waxing. And it's like, you can't do it all because then you don't focus on the one thing that you love the most. At that moment, I think I was still trying to figure it out. And I was burnt out from nails for a long time because I was doing nails prior to beauty school. But I think if you have that understanding, and that's one thing that I like to talk about, having that understanding of niching down and being able to just focus on the one thing. We have people who are just waxers, you know, who are just do facials, who only do hair color, no hair cutting. And I hate hair cutting, you know, so I would have been probably one because I like to be creative. So I think being able to teach that or to talk about that on the podcast has been really cool, and that's what I want to continue to do. Yeah,
I've found that fascinating too, because you did an episode on niching down that had some good traction too, and you've interviewed folks and you've had smooth connections when you co-hosted that event, and you had it
was so fun.
Brows by Jez, right?
Yes.
Daughter mother trio with Trisha and Bohemian Bombshell. But Jez is a prime example of niching down.
Yeah,
and what
she only does brows.
Yeah, and she's making bank doing it.
Yeah,
we all had a lot of cool case studies about that. But I've found, not just from what BeautyBound has uncovered, but in the marketing realm too, the folks who are quickest in business ownership and getting started in recognizing they may want to be the jack of all trades, and that's okay, but focusing on what they're either best at, and ideally best and enjoy the most at, and then outsourcing the rest. Yes, which is where kind of you and I come into play. Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, and that's 100% true, because yes, at the beginning you're trying to figure out what are the things, social media wise. That's not my strong suit, only because I don't have time. Like right now, my social media is lacking. I canceled my membership that I have with whoever posts my social media, and oh man, I hate it. Right now, there hasn't been anything on there, because I don't have time, and then it makes me realize this is why you were paying for it. So there's times that we want to cut back on expenses, and you end up screwing yourself. And that's what I'm doing right now. But, even I always tell all my clients, you need a good website. When I first started, that wasn't something I would recommend. It wasn't until I started, working with you more and seeing how important it was when I started doing the smooth connections with Mercedes. That's when I realized how important having a website was. Because when we were looking for all these estheticians, none of them had a website. It was very rare that we would find one with a website, right? And it's insane. So now I'm like, you guys need a website.
And it's crazy because, and thank you again for giving us the opportunity, and we got to help out with some of the marketing on that. I can remember with the team, and we as marketers scrutinize hardest when it comes to marketing. Yeah. Just like if I were to go into Skin Experience by Pamela, which I've got my gents facial appointment next week. If I go in there, I'm sure she's going to be professional about it, but I'm sure she's going to look at my skin and be like, what have you been doing for the past 37 years? She's
going to be like, bro, your skin's dry.
Like we as marketers will scrutinize it a little bit harder, but I can remember us going through like direct mail lists for when we were going to do a personalized mail out for Smooth Connections, and thinking, and the team thinking, like as a group, like, are they in business? And
that's horrible.
And if you're thinking to yourself, if you put your client hat on, is that business in business? Why bother if there's somebody else who's a perceived competitor who has a robust website, who has Google reviews, who has a phone number listed or an email?
And there was none of that.
Yeah, it's great. It was crazy because we would get like a registered address or an agent for a business and maybe a contact, a name and stuff like that. And we'd look them up and be like, are they in a suite? Are they in existence?
Yeah.
It was weird.
And I think that happens a lot. And so being able to bring light to all those problems, I feel like, and finding a solution to them and being able to help those who maybe are listening and don't know how to do a certain thing. Like, I just want to be able to help them with that.
Yeah, and I think, outside of the really valuable insights for particular, problems that recur in every industry, but really focused on the beauty industry, outside of that, you've uncovered a lot of other, things behind the scenes that people deal with.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's, dealing with 1099 versus W-2 and how to treat employees versus non-employees. Yeah. And if you are an employee or a non-employee and what that means, things like that. But even just from a mindset thing and venting and how to professionally vent behind closed doors as opposed to doing, airing out your dirty laundry in front of other clients. Yeah. Like a lot of good value add content.
Yeah, and thank you. And I think because that does happen a lot, though. Even I feel like even especially as hairstylists, I think we're the ones that always hear all the drama that's going on with, your clients. And then your clients become friends. So then you start spilling the drama that you have going on with either maybe another coworker or whatever. So then it's like, where do you draw that fine line, And where do you stop doing that? And that's kind of hard.
It is so funny. Side note, just got back from Rockport, Texas, which is like right outside Port Aransas, like on the coast in Texas. We did a quick family vacation. And I got up super early, went to this random diner that was supposed to be really good. We got to-go food so we could bring it to the beach. And I'm waiting there to go at this little bar area where all of the service professionals are kind of checking out and doing receipts and all this kind of stuff. But it's also kind of the convergence point for all of them and the kitchen. And I could overhear one of them just like, man, can you believe Bill just asked me for money? And then she's like, y'all make sure if he asks y'all for money, he's not allowed to do that. Employees can't ask employees for money. You're allowed to draw from your paycheck. And I'm like,
bruh,
I'm right here.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
Yeah, because it's like,
just an uncomfortable feeling as a client.
As a client.
Yeah,
because you don't want to hear that shit. And it's not that, you do want to hear it because you're
you
like,
do, because there's a little bit of like
damn, like what's going on,
But at the same time, you're like, do they see me?
Yeah. Because it's true. Like I feel like it happens at a lot of restaurants, and not just anywhere you go. Even at HEB, I think I heard it once where there was somebody complaining, and I think the cash register girl, she kind of looked at the bagger and was like,
just trying to address it silently.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And the person walked away. Like, okay. It's true. Like, you don't want to, we want to hear the chisme.
It definitely waters down a business.
Yeah.
Though. It's just that perceived lack of professionalism. When you're in the client's mindset, and you have to put yourself constantly in the client's mindset and remind yourself, how am I coming across as a provider of whatever the service is, versus how am I feeling in the moment as the provider?
Oh man, that's true. Because as a consumer, we want to hear the chisme. But at the same time, as a consumer, we're going to judge.
Yeah. It's a balance for real.
Yeah, that's definitely what's going to happen. But also like having some really cool guests last season was awesome.
You did have some awesome guests. Bree.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was, I think to me, that was like the cherry on top.
Yeah.
Because it was so cool to have her on. And Pam to have her on as well. Like it was really cool.
She had such a cool case.
Yeah.
I say case study like it's a thing. Yeah. But like she had such a unique problem that she was going through, and I say unique, but there's so many people who have gone through something similar in business.
And they don't talk about it.
And trying to scale deliberately the right way. And it was just so cool to hear her over a 2-part episode, talk about that in depth and her experience and what she's doing about it and how she's fixing that problem. And you've had some phenomenal guests, and unpacked a lot of their stories and their value to impart on new and beauty professionals who may not be new, but they might be just trying to better themselves, which I think is cool.
And this season,
you've got some cool ones in store as well.
I do. I'm so excited. Yeah. I have this season. I have pre-recorded, guys. Only because I needed to work with the schedule of those who are going to be on the podcast or who have been on the podcast. So I've recorded with a few of them, and I have a really cool lineup that I'm very excited about. I'm not going to throw out any names yet, but I'm very excited for you guys to listen to this season and to hear all the, obviously, you'll see there's a new logo. I have new music as well. I do want to give a shout out to Briar. That is Miranda's best friend. And he produced, that is what you say, right? Produced. Yeah. He produced music, 3 songs or 3 beats for the podcast. So I'm very excited for that.
Very cool.
Yeah. Very so cool things coming. A website and the works eventually.
Woo woo. I know a guy for that.
I have what is it? I have my domain for that already.
Yes.
And I've had one for like
a hot minute.
Yeah. So, and I have a new one too, just, because it's cool.
Nice.
But because somebody taught me that you should probably buy the domains that matter to your brand. Cause,
before somebody else does.
Yes, because if somebody else does it before you, they're going to try to sell it to you very expensive. So I did that.
Yep.
Thank you, Matt.
Yep. True story.
Yeah. But yeah, I think those are the things, correct?
Yes. So a lot of cool stuff in store, from holistic wellness to salon spa ownership and rental to
teeth whitening.
Won't name drops. My bad. I started going down that rabbit hole.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
A lot of things in store from some very interesting people in season 5. And I really love where this is headed for Beauty Bound.
Me too. I'm very excited. Yeah. And I'm very thankful because you've helped Beauty Bound grow from the beginning. From the beginning, I did horrible, but
slow and deliberate growth. But now this is really where things are picking up, and I think there's a lot of upside for what you got going on.
Yep. So stay tuned, guys. Cool things coming, and you'll hear the jingle at the end or at the beginning
jingle,
or wherever. Jingle. But thank you so much. Stay tuned, and I'm not gonna say it because he always makes fun of me.
Bye.
Bye.